Hey everyone, it's Jordan, and today I'm going to be talking about my library book haul. So I did this last year and you guys seem to enjoy talking about the books that I got from my library, and I'm really excited about all the books that I got, and I'm hoping I'll get to them like as soon as possible, like other than trying to prioritize the books on my TBR. Other than prioritizing my own TBR, and I'm really excited about each of them. And also, before I talk about my library books, I'm sorry that the lighting is pretty bad. The sun is coming down, and this is the only time I can film this video, but let's get to my library books. So the first library book that I got, I probably will put as top priority first, which is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gahn, which is a Romeo and Juliet retelling that takes place in the 1920s Shanghai, and that's all I want to know about. And I'm really excited to read this because I haven't read any retelling of Shakespeare. I've read some that remind me of Romeo and Juliet, but this is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, like I said, and I'm just really excited to read this, especially when I'm very familiar with Romeo Juliet. Also, these aren't in particular order, but the next one that I got here is Peter Parker's SpiderMan Civil War by, there's a bunch of authors at the bottom, Andre Medina, Crane, Chain, various authors. Like I said, this is a Civil War comic, but about Spider-Man, and you guys know that Spider-Man is one of my number one favorite Marvel characters, and of course I love more than just Spider-Man, but I've been curious about this comic. I saw this in my library and I was like, I honestly want to read this just because I know I've been wanting to read another Spider-Man comic for a while, and it's just, I just really love the artwork, and I've just been wanting to read another Spider-Man comic, and I just decided to pick this one up. And the next library book that I got here is Jack Kirby, The Epic Life of the King of Comics by Tom Coley. This is actually very interesting because this is about Jack Kirby, who created the art for a lot of the Marvel comics in their earlier days, and it's actually told in comic books, which is so cool. And I wanted to pick this up just because I've been curious. It looks very interesting to me. I don't gravitate to nonfiction often, but this grabbed my attention. I was like, this seems really interesting, and plus, like I said, Jack Kirby is one of the artists from different Marvel comics, and I'm just really curious about him, so yeah, I'm just very excited to pick this up. Also, I picked this up to see if Kevin wants to read it too, because he's a big Marvel fan, and especially he read the comics more than I have, and I just thought this might be another library book for him to read also. And the next library book that I got here is Library War by Corey Yumi, and this is a manga that I found in my library, and it really caught my interest because of the title, but I always gravitate mangas blind because I rather find out what's about myself, and all I know about it is it's like takes place in the future, and books are part of the society and all that, and there's like some kind of war going on, and I just really grabbed my interest, and plus I never heard of this. I'm not sure when this was published, to be honest, and really excited to pick up a manga that I haven't read before, and yeah, plus it's very short, so I would pick this as a short read or something, or a book that I need to read to get myself out of the reading slump. So yeah, I'm excited to pick this one up, especially when it has library in the title. And the next book that I got here is Fixer Up by Tessa Bailey, and all I know about this book is about this girl who meets a construction guy, and this is an adult romance that I want to go into in blind, but I've heard good things about it, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know a lot about this book, but I've been wanting to read some cute adult romances lately, and I just saw this in my library. This was one of the ones I actually went in for to see if it's available, and glad that it was, and I'm just really excited to pick this up, especially when I love this cover. Is just so cute. I really like the illustrated covers on adult romances, but I'm just really excited to try out a new adult romance that I haven't read before. Speaking of adult romance, next library book that I got is Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. This is an author duo that I've heard nothing but good things about because they have wrote a lot of adult romances, and this was one of the ones that grabbed my interest just because I've heard another booktuber talked about it. I don't remember who, and plus my grandma's been reading them, and I've been interested in their books. So yeah, and my grandma does not know that they're an author too. Also, yeah, I could have told her that, but I just rather. But anyways, I've just been really interested about this book, and I think there's a fake dating relationship in here. I don't know a lot about it either, but I'm just want to pick it up, and I'm just really curious about their books. And yeah, another adult romance that I've got from my library. And the next library book that I got here is Fight or Flight by Samantha Young, and all I know about this book is about a woman who takes a trip on a plane, and then she runs into this guy, and I'm really curious about that. And this cover is so cute. And plus when it's like blue, I just can't help but gravitate towards it. And I saw that Samantha Young got a new book that just came out, a Much About You or something like that. Yeah, I think so. And that grabbed my interest, but I thought I would pick one of her books up from my library, and I'm just really curious about this book, and especially when the cover is so cute. And I've just been grabbing a lot of adult romances at my library just because it's like a genre that I want to try something new, and I just hope I really enjoy the ones that I've got. So the next library book that I got here is They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goldman. All I know about this book is it's supposed to be like compared to Pretty Little Liars, and I've read the first few books of that series, and I really enjoyed it. And of course, I watched the TV show. But I know there's like a group of girls, like popular girls in a boarding school, I think, and something happens to one of the girls, and that's all I want to know about it. Since it's like a mystery, I don't want to go into it knowing a lot, just because I'd rather find things out for myself instead of like knowing a lot and then get disappointed later. So yeah, and I'm really excited about picking up a mystery, because I've been wanting to read more mystery lately, and I'm not sure which ones I've been in the mood for. So I decided to pick this from my library, and this was one of the other library books that I had in mind when I went to the library, and I'm just glad that I got this so I can read it and hopefully enjoy it, since I've been wanting to read more mystery lately. And the last library book that I got here is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, which is a prequel to The Hunger Games, and I wanted to read it, but I was scared to read it, and I didn't want to like buy it and then get disappointed later. But I am excited about it because it's supposed to be about President Snow, and I do like a good villain story, but I was disappointed when it's about him and not another character, and I was interested in the character's story more than President Snow's. But I'm nervous to read this, and plus it's 500 plus pages, and I'm like, this better be good, and it better not have like a lot of dragging in the story, which I don't like in books. But I just wanted to pick this up because I'm a big fan of the Hunger Games, and I want to give this a chance, so I definitely will be picking this up. I don't know when, and I'm just scared to pick this up, especially when it's a prequel to my favorite book series, but it's not the prequel story that I want. But anyways, I'm still gonna give it a chance. So that's all for my library book haul, and if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and comment down below on which ones I should read first, or just say what you're currently reading in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and click that bell icon to be notified whenever I post new videos. Also, you can follow me on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, which all links will be down below for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!